our siblings, and Broadway is closed.
So it's up to us to entertain ourselves, and today we're going to try to recap Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
One of my favorite musicals.
And we're going to do it as best as we can.
I think this is one of my favorite musicals because it knows how ridiculous it is. It's very, very self-aware in the story and in the way that it's performed. Like, there's a whole genre of musicals that don't take themselves too seriously.
It's like campy, but like enjoyable, because the actors are having as much fun as you are.
If you listen to the soundtrack, it essentially tells the entire story for you, so we're just going to give you the summed up version.
It's an operetta.
So our story opens and we get not one, but two songs showing off how beautiful the voices of our narrator and Joseph are.
This is the story of Jacob and his 12 sons.
12! And one daughter named Dinah that they don't talk about in this musical for whatever reason.
Jacob lived in the land of Canaan. Something.
I had to memorize this once for a class, so here we go. Reuben was the eldest of the children of Israel, with Simeon and Levi the next in line. Naphtali and Issachar with Asher and Dan. Zebulun and Gad took the total to 9. Jacob and sons. Benjamin and Judah, which leaves only one. Jacob and sons. Joseph, Jacob's favorite son.
The reason that Joseph is Jacob's favorite son is because he reminds him of his favorite wife,
Rebecca.
Joseph gets a coat, and it's made of so many colors. Red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet, violet and fawn and lilac and gold and chocolate and azure and lemon and russet and gray and purple and white, pink and orange and blue.
As you could probably imagine, Joseph's brothers were like, hey, that sucks that you're the special one. We're also great, guys. Pay attention to me. Not only is Joseph's coat annoying to the brothers, but the fact that he has these dreams that are so like out there, they're like, oh snap, you guys. I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be successful and all of you are gonna bow down to me. And the brothers are like, what? That makes no sense. That is a crazy dream. The next day, they're all out in the desert and they do like a really 90s rap. Could you use a slave, you hairy bunch of Ishmaelites? They beat up their brother, they tear his coat and cover it in sheep's blood.
They throw him into a pit.
Then they go back to their dad and are like, hey, sad yeehaw, your son died. Don't laugh!
This is really sad. There's one more angel in heaven. There's one more star in the sky.
Joseph was taken to Egypt in chains and sold, where he was bought by a captain named Potiphar.
Potiphar had very few cares. He was one of Egypt's millionaires, having made a fortune buying shares in pyramids. Potiphar's wife takes advantage of Joseph
In a very not child-friendly scene.
He barges in on Joseph and his wife, and he's like, all right, Joseph, you're going to jail. He's like, oh, now I'm all depressed and stuff. Close all the doors, I'm all in jail. The doors are closed.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So a baker and a butler get thrown into jail with him, and they both have dreams, and they're like, yo, Joseph, maybe you know something about dreams.
The butler dreams about grapes. What a weird dream. Joseph is like, that means that Pharaoh's gonna let you out of jail. Congratulations. And then the baker's like, I dreamt about bread and birds eating the bread.
And Joseph's like, you're gonna die, dude. You're just gonna, I'm sorry, man. Because we can't end an act on a baker getting his execution date set.
Jerry Garcia randomly shows up and gives him lays. Go, 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 Joseph, you know what they say. Hang on now, Joseph, you'll make it someday. Sha-la-la, Joseph, you're doing fine. You and your dream coat ahead of your time. But it's a joke, you get it? Because not only is Joseph ahead of his time, but he's also ahead of his time. That's Act 1. And then Act 2 opens on the narrator singing again. Wow, she has such a gorgeous voice. Cut to Pharaoh, and he's having a hard time sleeping. And then the butler is like, hey yo, I met a bloke in jail that can interpret dreams for you and stuff. And then he's like, well, fetch this Joseph man.
So the Pharaoh is supposed to be like Elvis, because he's like the king.
Joseph's brought to him in handcuffs and is like, tell me your dream.
Pharaoh's all like, I dreamt about 7 cows that were eaten up by 7 other cows, but the first cows were fat, but the second cows were skinny, and the skinny cows didn't get any fatter, they just stayed skinny. And then I also dreamt about corn, but the corn ate the other corn, and the corn. Well, you know that kings ain't stupid.
Stupid!
But I don't have a clue.
Stupid!
So don't be cruel, Joseph.
Stupid!
Help me now, I beg of you.
Ba-do-ba-ba.
Joseph's like, so what your dream means is you're gonna have 7 fantastic years of food and then 7 years of famine. So you better stock up now.
The best thing is to put all of your food into a pantry and stock up on toilet paper. Just make sure that there's no toilet paper left for anyone else in the grocery store, okay, Pharaoh?
Just hoard it all.
So Pharaoh is so grateful to Joseph for interpreting his dream and giving him a solution to his problems that he promotes him to some important role, like a prince or something.
Smash cut to Jacob and his sons.
They didn't know about this famine that was predicted by Pharaoh's dreams, and they're like, oh my god, we're all out of food! And then they have a whole really sad French cafe song. And now, reprising his role as Reuben from the time he was in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in high school, it's our dad!
Yeah, Dad!
It's funny, but since we lost Joseph, we've gone to the other extreme. No one comes to dinner now. We'd only eat them anyhow. And how we miss his entertaining dreams. Those chaotic days we used to know. Where have they gone? Where did they go? Again, raise your berets to those Canaan days.
So they decide to go to Egypt and be like, hey, I hear the Pharaoh has a lot of food, so maybe we could get some for ourselves.
For the famine has caught us unprepared. We are thin, we are ill, we are getting scared. It's enough to make anyone weep. We are down to our very last sheep. Meh.
And Joseph sees all of his brothers, and he recognizes them, but they don't recognize him. And so he's like, okay, I'm gonna play a cruel trick.
Not as cruel as the brothers freaking pushing him into a well and selling him into slavery.
It's justified.
Like, literally no one is perfect in the story.
So he makes them get on their knees and beg.
And then he plants a golden cup in the youngest brother's sack and is like,
Stop, you thieves!
and then the brothers break into a calypso song, and I'm so sorry. But here we go.
Oh
no! Not he! How you can accuse him is a mystery. Save him!
Save him!
Take me!
Take me!
Benjamin is straighter than a tall palm tree.
And then they all bow at Joseph's feet, and he's like, Rise! It's me, Joseph!
Don't you recognize me?
I was doing a goof all along.
They're like, oh my god, Joseph, it's really you! We forgot all about the fact that you were not actually dead. Just to show off how rich and successful he is, he rides into Canaan with a Chariot of Gold.
So he sings this song, Any Dream Will Do, which is almost blatantly a ripoff of a Grateful Dead song called Ripple. I'm very passionate about this because I really like the song Ripple. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played. Wait, oh shoot, I already forgot.
Bring me my golden coat, my amazing color coat.
There's the very, very 90s Joseph Megamix. Where
Go, 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 Joe!
Go, 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 Joe! So that was Joseph.
Yeah! There was recently a concert version, a one night only. I so wish I was there, but it was in the middle of finals. It was a dream cast. Oh my god.
Oh man.
The only way that we know this is because of the 3-minute clip that Theater Mania has given us. We want more! We know it was professionally filmed! Give it to us!
Give us Joseph.
Or you can watch the entire movie for free on YouTube. There's nothing stopping you. Go watch. It's on YouTube and Broadway HD. And probably you're also a really old DVD or a dusty VHS you found in your closet. You have no excuse to sit down and watch it. Go watch. Yeah.
This has been Stage Door Siblings, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, to the best of our recollection. Thanks for watching.